Hey everyone, it's Baron from ATAK Interactive, and in this video I'm going to be covering the audience section of your Google Analytics account. As you can see, we're at the audience overview page where it kind of sums up everything you see here and stuck it up in a one page where you have easy access to see all that information quickly. So every time you're going to view a data, make sure you set the proper dates you want the data from. So let's do 1 year data analyst and put last year March 2 till this year March 2. So what we're gonna have is we have sessions. All the sessions coming in 1 year is listed here in a day view. You can choose to view it by week or month. Since we are having a 1 year analyst, let's keep it at 1 month per view. So we had this month, in 2 days we had 55 sessions, last month 835, and goes on. So what information do we have here? Sessions, as I told you before, it is a number, it is a specific time that your visitor spends on your page. So by default, a session is 30 minutes and it resets itself at 12 a.m. So what happens is your visitor gets into your page, spends 30 minutes, and the 31st minute they spend is going to count as the second session. So one user can have multiple sessions in a day if they're viewing your page more than 30 minutes. Also, before 12 a.m., before they reset all that session data per user, if your visitor spends 10 minutes before 12 a.m. and then 10 minutes after 12 a.m., it's going to count as 2 sessions. Going to the users, this is a unique number, it's not duplicated. So we had in a year we had 5,353 users visited our page. This can be both new visitors or returning visitors, which we have a graph in detail that shows us how many of them were new users, how many of them were returning users. Like if you're selling stuff on your page, this is kind of useful because you see how many new people came and shopped from your page. So page views, it's not a unique number as if users, it counts every page view. So one user can create 20 page views. So what happened is 5,353 users that visited our page last year visited 17,343 pages. And pages divided by session is how many pages viewed during one session during 30 minutes. So it's 2.20, and the average session duration is 2 minutes 34 seconds. Bounce rate, once again, I mentioned a little bit about this on our last video. Bounce rate is kind of tricky because it depends on what your web page is doing. Bounce rate is if a visitor gets into your home page, checks the page, and leaves the page without doing anything. If that happens and the user leaves that page, it counts as a bounce rate. It gives you this data so that you can analyze it. So this is normally it's 50% or below is considered a good bounce rate. You should keep it low, and if you have high bounce rates, it doesn't mean it's the worst thing ever, because it kind of like if your visitor goes to the about page right away and takes your email and leaves, this is not supposed to be a bad thing. But what it does is you can analyze every page's bounce rate, where you can see if there's a problem on that page, why the users are getting to that page and leaving right away. Is there something wrong with the page? It gives you that idea where you might change your page or not do any changes depending on the usage of the page. I suggest you try to keep this low, try to find any mistakes, why the users are leaving that page without doing anything, without doing any interactions, and so on. So and the estimate percentage of first time visits, which is new sessions, is 67%. So 67% of your visitors is gonna be the first time visits. Also, we have demographics, system, and mobile, which also exist on the left navigation bar. Since this is the overview, it kind of gives you the easy access of all the data over there. I'm going to be talking about these under their category. But briefly, what you can do is you can view the language, change it to the country. It kind of gives you that list, and same goes with the rest of the things you see here. So let's keep up with demographics and interests page. These two categories, you have to enable them in order to view these statistics. And what it does is it shows you the age of your visitors. If Google has that knowledge, it shares with you, because it's not, they don't have everyone's information, and the ones they have, they show you that. So this is kind of a limited information you're viewing, even though if you enable it, shows you how males and females, which categories they've been to. Same goes with the interests, which pages they visited, and so on, which categories according to their age, and so on. So if you enable this, it's going to give you some limited information over demographics. Let's keep up with geo, which is the geographic information you have, and the language information, of course, you have over your visitors. So in a year we had 7,885 sessions, which 5,475 of them came from United States as English language. And we have different countries and languages over here where you can analyze number of new sessions from which country, number of new users, number of bounce rates from countries, pages divided by sessions. All this useful information where you can analyze and try to come up with a solution for them, or try to analyze and improve your site. Same goes with the location. It shows you which location has visited your page. It's number one is United States. If it's darker blue, more sessions. If it's lighter blue, it's less sessions. So you can see which countries, which pages, also cities, as well as the continent, and so on. So let's go back to the country page once again. As I told you, this is really useful if you're running a marketing campaign or advertisement. You can see which countries it worked on, or did it turn on to anything that will give you some advantage. You can analyze all that stuff. So let's go to behavior page and view new versus returning users. So this page provides you, let's actually switch it to the month. This page provides you how many new users you had and how many returning visitors you had. So it is kind of useful to see according to what your page is doing. Maybe this is not important for you. Maybe if you're running a shopping page, it will be important. And you can also go to the site usage and goal set. You can set goals, and also you can compare the sessions with a different metric. I mean, site usage, pages divided by sessions. So if you choose to do that, it's going to show up in this graph where you can compare them, how many pages viewed, how many sessions, and so on. So frequency and recency is, once again, how many sessions has been made and how many page views in those sessions have been viewed. So one session and the count of sessions is in between these numbers. There has been 107 sessions, and so on. You can choose to view it days since the last session, or count of sessions as well. And we have the engagement page. It kind of like sums up divides sessions by time and gives you a data according to that. So in between 0 to 10 seconds there has been more than 5,000 sessions, and so on. You can also choose to view the page depth, how deep they went in your page, how many pages they viewed, and so on. So moving to the technology section of audience page, we have the browser and which browser they're using and which operating system they're using. So most of the views came from Chrome. Out of 7,885, 3,681 of them came from Chrome, then Internet Explorer, Firefox. How many users from Chrome created new sessions, new users? You also have operating system. Windows is the most used operating system, then Macintosh comes, and then iOS, the Linux and everything. screen resolutions. You can see which resolution created how many sessions. You see the bounce rate. Maybe if there's design flaws, you can kind of have an idea from this page over what's going on. You also have screen colors, the version of Flash, and other useful statistics where you can collect from your visitors. And the network page shows you which network, which service provider they're using to access to your page. As you can see, there's Time Warner. There's going to be different service providers all around the world. It can be useful if you're looking forward to that. Also, we have the mobile section where it shows which devices has been used. As you can see, desktop is #1 used device, then comes with mobile and tablet. Like, let's assume you're creating, you don't have a mobile site where the desktop and the mobile version of your site is similar. If you don't have that feature, if you have a bad mobile site and if you change it, you can observe the change. You can change the months. Let's assume I just came up with a different design last month. I want to see how it reflected to my page. Are people happier with the new mobile design? You can see all that statistics, all that information, and try to make an estimate over what's going on. And also it shows us the devices they're using. iPhone is #1. This is once again in a month because the numbers went down. iPad, Microsoft tablets, the Surface. And what we have here also, we have the custom variable sections, which we don't have any variables right now. This is kind of detailed topic. I'm not gonna go into that, but if we were to come up with set custom variables, we were gonna have those data listed over here. And then we have benchmarking, where it shows us the channels, if traffic came from a referral, which is another site that has your link, if it's direct, if they put it on the address bar, if it's organic search, if it comes from Google. So this is let's actually lose the sessions versus benchmark sessions. Let's actually lose that. And also we have social visitors, comes from social media, and so on. There's also location comparison, location benchmarking, and devices benchmarking comparison in between sessions and benchmark sessions, business and industrial, the tablets, mobile, desktop, and everything. Finally, we have the user flow, where it kind of shows you what has been happening in your page. So visitors from United States comes to your page, then goes to the Dr. Blade page, then from there goes to the starting page, is over here. From the starting page, this is the home page. They went to contact, 27 of them went to contact us page, 28 went to this Doctor's Blade page, 21 went to the about page, and then from there they changed it to another page. This is sort of a graphic where it shows you what they do, how they flow on your site. So we came to the end of the audience section of our Google Analytics. Next video is going to be acquisition, and then behavior and conversions. Once again, it's Baron from ATAK Interactive, and thank you for watching this video.